2 exam with the unit 2 in quotes and all that good stuff. And I was typing it out. I think I was like halfway typing when I realized, like, oh, there's an E. So let me just make this part of today's notes. But I wanted to include this question on your exam. So here's what you're probably going to see a question very similar to this one on your exam with a table and graphs. You have the experience. So, no, you do. You've done like hours and hours of Delta, and you've been doing it on your own. And so, look, and plus we're doing it right now, right? Okay, we're going to go slow. If you have questions, please ask. What's important is that you understand the main idea, the whole tangent line, derivatives. Like if you mess up with your algebra, well, then you mess up with your algebra, but make sure that you understand the main idea. Cool or not cool? All right, so here we go. This is from 2017, and it's your first real exposure to a real question. Free response question 6, no calculator. So what do they give me? They give me a graph of H. They give me G and G prime. All right, no big deal. And it says let f be the function defined by, and they tell me what f is. Let g be differentiable function. The table above gives values of g and its derivative of g prime and selected values of x. All right. Let h be the function whose graph consisted of 5 line segments as shown in the figure above. Yep, they're all line segments. They're all linear lines. Letter A, find the slope of the line tangent to the graph of f at x equals pi. How do I find slope for the graph of f? I got to take a what? A derivative. So here's my graph of f. So I'm going to rewrite it. So I'm going to go f of x equals cosine 2x plus e to the sine x. And I'm going to go f prime of x equals, what is the derivative of cosine? Negative sine 2x. Am I done? No, times 2. If you want to put this in parentheses like so, you may. Am I done with that? No, well, with that one, I am, right? But with that term, but I'm not done with the whole expression. You're right. Plus, so there it is. So the derivative of cosine is negative sine 2x times 2, plus the derivative of e to the sine x, which is itself, e to the sine x times what? Cosine x. Can you at least do that? That's probably a point. We'll look at the rubric in a little bit. So let's make it pretty. F prime of x is equal to negative 2 sine 2x plus cosine x e to the sine x. Maybe you put e to the sine x first. It doesn't matter. You guys ready? I'm going to plug in what value for x? Pi. So f prime of pi is equal to negative 2 sine 2 pi plus cosine pi e to the sine pi. All right, let's see what that number is. You do not have a calculator, so you need a little bit of pre-cal, but it's baby pre-cal. It's not extreme. What is sine of 2 pi? 0, so that's 0. Plus, and we know that, you just told me that sine of 2 pi is 0, so that means sine of pi is also 0. Yes or no? And e to the 0 is 1. Yes? Times cosine pi. What's cosine of pi? It's not 1. Negative 1. So my slope is negative 1. How do we feel? Nothing crazy, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all it was. That's it. So this could have been your first question on tomorrow's test, or your first paper question on tomorrow's test. All right, letter B. Let k be the function defined by, and look what it's defined by. Find k prime of pi. What are they testing that I know here? They're testing to see if I know chain rule. So I'm going to go k prime of x before you push pi. You got to do chain rule. Derivative of the outside, leave the inside alone, times derivative of the inside. That's probably worth a point. We'll find out in a little bit when we look at the rubric. Now I'm going to plug in what for x? I'm going to plug in what for x, guys? Pi. K prime of pi equals h prime of f of pi times f prime of pi. I scroll up and I look to see what f of prime, let's see. Oh, I have it right here. I'm going to go to the side. I'm going to see what f of prime is. f of prime equals, where's my function? Cosine of 2 pi plus e sine pi. A little bit of pre-calc. That's just your f. That was given. It's this guy right here. I'm just plugging in a pi. Cosine of 2 pi is 1. Sine of pi is 0. E to the 0 is another 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So I'm gonna. That's just here on the side. That f of pi is 2. Have I lost anyone? Okay, ask me. Tell me where I lost you. I haven't solved anything. I haven't solved for k prime yet. This was given, not directly. I just plugged in pi for f. All right, it was given to you, f? Okay. Here we go, guys. So f of pi is 2, so I'm going to write h prime of 2 times f prime of pi, which I already know because f prime of pi is this one right here. Are we still okay, guys? H prime of 2. So I look for h. Where's h prime? How do I get it? The slope. Yes. Who said that? The slope. The slope of what? The slope of h at x equals 2. That's all it means. Remember, derivatives mean slope. Here's my slope. I go to 2. Chubb, I don't know how to get slope from this point, from this line. Yes, you do. This point is 0, 0. This point here is 1, comma, no, that's not 1. That point is 3, comma, negative 1. So that means my slope, I went down 1, right 3. So my slope is negative 1/3. So h prime of 2 is negative 1/3. Does everyone see how we got that? I come back, and that's what I'm going to write. Negative 1/3 times negative 1. What's negative times a negative? There's my answer. Do you see how we got it, guys? Yeah, ask me questions, guys, because you're going to see this tomorrow. Turn the page. The heading is the same. I just copy-pasted it. Letter C. And I'm going to go slow. Let m be the function defined, and they give me a function. Find m prime of 2. What do I got to do to find the derivative? Take what rule? Yeah, it is chain, but what in combined with chain? It's a product rule combined with chain. This is my first. This is my second. Cool or not cool? Okay. First, g of negative 2x times the root of the second, h prime of x, plus second, h of x, times the derivative of the first, g prime of negative 2x, leave the inside alone, times derivative of the inside. What's the derivative of negative 2x? Negative 2. That's probably a point. We'll look at the rubric in a little bit. I'm going to plug in the value 2 for x. M prime of 2 equals g of negative 4, h prime of 2, which we already know, plus h of 2, g prime of negative 4. And I guess I'm going to put that negative 2 in the front. So I'm going to erase that plus and put a minus. Minus 2. Is everyone okay with that, guys? Have I confused anyone? Okay, here we go. G of negative 4. I come up. I'm looking at here. G of negative 4 is what? 5. H prime of 2. Did we do that earlier? What was h prime of 2? Negative 1/3. Minus 2 times h of 2. So that I'm just going to go to the graph. At 2, that value there, so that's 2, comma, I believe, let's see, the slope was, what was the slope? Negative 1/3. So that has to be a negative 2/3 because I just keep adding negative 1/3 to it. Does that make sense? So there it is. So negative 2/3. G prime of negative 4. I go to negative 4 again, and it's negative 1. Yes, we knew that this slope was negative 1/3. So just keep that. So that means this point here is 1 comma negative 1/3. So that means this point here is 2 comma negative 2/3 because I just keep going. I just keep accumulating 1/3 every time I move one to the right. Negative 1/3. Cool or not cool? Yeah, guys, we're done. That's it. Now it's just simple arithmetic. Negative 5/3 minus, because it's negative times the negative times the negative. Let's see, minus. Do I see 4/3? 5, 9, so negative 9/3. So if there's no mistakes, it's negative 3. I have yet to look at the rubric. I'm sure at one time I did, but I haven't looked at the rubric this year, so I do not know if this is correct or not. I mean, I feel pretty confident it is, but if there's mistakes, well, then it's wrong. Are we okay so far, guys? Okay. Letter C or letter D, is there, of course, I was not going to include this letter on the exam, right? Is there a number C on the closed interval, negative 5, negative 3, such that G prime of C equals negative 4? So you got to look at all the theorems we know. At the moment, we just know two of them, intermediate value theorem and mean value theorem. Have we covered mean value theorem? Okay, never mind. We're not here yet. So we aren't here yet. I would not have put this on the exam. Do you guys want to see the rubric? All right, let's see. Let's see it together. I'm going to go to my little personal stash here. College Board. All right, here it is. Here is the 2017 question, and here's how they break it down. All three responses are worth 9 points, all of them. Letter A, they give you 2 points. So it looks like they just give you a point for the derivative. So did we get negative 1? There we got it. Letter B, they give you 2 points. They give you a point for the derivative and a point for the k prime of pi. Yeah, we got the point for the derivative. Did we get 1/3? A positive 1/3. Okay, there it is. We got the 2 points. Letter C, they give you 2. Okay, wow, they're being generous here. They give you 2 points for the correct derivative, 1 point for the answer. Did we get, yeah, we got the correct derivative, and we got the correct answer, or negative 3. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 points. Did you think those 7 points were extremely tough? And look, we're rookies. That was a whole free response question in 2017. That was question 6. The only thing we have not covered is letter D, mean value theorem. How do we feel? Do we feel okay? All right, I'm going to give you last year's exam.